The call came as I was tightening my tie. Second ring, then her voice, sugar-coated, trembling underneath. "Don't come to my office party tonight," she said. "It'll be awkward, with my ex-lover there." A pause. A long, thin, calculated pause. I watched my reflection in the mirror, the man she thought she knew, the predictable husband, the compliant shadow, the one who stayed home whenever she needed him invisible. "Of course," I whispered, "I'll stay home." She exhaled with too much relief, and just like that, she hung up. But her mistake wasn't the lie. It was assuming I was still the man she could lie to. My phone buzzed again, this time from her boss. "Looking forward to tonight. The team is excited to meet the new regional manager. Your arrival will be a surprise." I smiled. A cold, quiet thing. She had no idea who the surprise was for. I put on the suit she never noticed, slipped on the watch she never asked about, straightened the tie she never touched. By the time I stepped into the car, the truth was already humming in my chest. Low, electric, inevitable. Tonight, she would face the man she walked over. Tonight, she'd learn the cost of forgetting who I was. The suspicion had started weeks earlier. A glance she hid, a whisper she swallowed, a message she deleted too slowly. She thought I didn't see. But betrayal has a scent, metallic, faint, unmistakable. You notice it once you've breathed it before. It began with small fractures in her story, late meetings that didn't match her calendar, perfume I didn't recognize clinging to her coat, a sudden interest in fitness after years of excuses. And then there was the night she came home shaken. I asked what happened. She said nothing. But her hands told a different story, unsteady, cold, guilty. I didn't confront her. Confrontation feeds liars. Instead, I watched, quietly. She'd slip into the bathroom with her phone, shut the door, silence, then soft tapping. When she emerged, she acted lighter, relieved, as if some hunger had been fed. Her laughter grew forced around me, thin, fragile, the kind of laughter you use to cover the absence of love. Still, I waited. I played the fool she depended on, the husband who didn't understand her world, the man she believed was too busy, too simple, too trusting. Her greatest weakness wasn't her infidelity, it was her certainty that I would never look beyond the surface. But I did. When her boss called offering me the regional manager position, he said a strange thing. "We've struggled with morale recently, personal conflicts, some inappropriate workplace relationships." He didn't elaborate. He didn't need to. Everything sharpened. Her sudden fear about me attending the party, her trembling voice on the phone, her ex-lover magically appearing in her office after years. The pieces clicked. The picture formed. And it was far uglier than I had dared imagine. I didn't rage. I researched. Her phone records were easy. She never changed her cloud password. She assumed I never cared enough to check. Dozens of late-night calls, numbers saved without names, deleted messages restored in seconds. When I read them, something inside me shifted. Not a break, but a reset, a recalibration of who I was and who she had chosen to become. I ordered a background check on the number she contacted the most, her ex-lover, a divorced sales manager, bankrupt twice, a man who reinvented himself through women who didn't know any better, pathetic, predictable. I tracked their locations through timestamps, hotel receipts, shared rides, lunches charged to her business card. It all unfolded with surgical clarity. And still, I stayed silent. At home, she floated around me as if nothing was decomposing between us. She hummed while cooking. She kissed my cheek absent-mindedly. She pretended to be tired so she could sleep early. I let her. I let her believe she still had power. The night before the office party, she asked if I wanted to join. She already knew my answer. But I studied her face when she asked, how carefully she avoided my eyes, how her voice softened around the lie. "No," I said gently, and her shoulders relaxed. I watched that relief closely. It told me everything. Meanwhile, Switzerland called. The villa's renovations were complete. The staff confirmed everything was ready for my arrival. A new beginning awaited, quiet, distant, untouched by betrayal. But first, I would give her a gift. Not vengeance, truth. Truth delivered cold hurts more than anger ever could. The moment I walked into the office party, conversations froze. Her boss greeted me loudly, proudly, announcing the new regional manager. I saw her before she saw me, laughing, leaning too close to him, her ex-lover. Then she turned. Our eyes met. Her face drained so fast it was almost beautiful. An instant collapse of every lie she thought she controlled. She stepped back, knocking into a table. You said you were staying home." I did, kept my tone flat, unshaken. Her lover looked confused, then afraid. He knew my title before she did. I let silence hold her by the throat. Later, in a quiet corner, I handed her the folder. Phone records, messages, receipts. She opened it with shaking hands, flipping through page after damning page. Her breath fractured. "I can explain." "I know," I said, "and that's exactly the problem." She broke, completely. But the more she crumbled, the calmer I became. I didn't raise my voice. I simply stepped back and watched her understand the scale of what she'd destroyed. She begged for privacy. I gave her none. Not a scene, just truth revealed in a place full of eyes. Her boss pulled her aside, furious. HR followed. Her lover slipped away, pretending not to know her, exactly as I knew he would. She reached for me. I moved my hand away. Later that night she called. 52 times. I didn't answer. The next morning, after she screamed into the voicemail demanding I talk like an adult, I sent her a single photo. My villa in Switzerland. The life she believed I could never afford. The life she mocked me for not giving her. Her calls exploded. 71 in 1 hour. I watched the screen light up, then dim, then light again. Her desperation was a symphony, every ring a note of regret she could never erase. I didn't block her. I didn't respond either. Detachment is sharper than hate, quieter, more lasting. I sat on the balcony of the villa days later, snow falling like silent confetti over a life she could have shared. The phone buzzed again, her final message. "Please, just tell me what you want." I stared at the words. What I wanted wasn't revenge. It wasn't reconciliation. It wasn't even forgiveness. I wanted silence, and I finally had it. I turned off the phone, set it beside a glass of untouched wine, and let the cold wind pass through me. I wasn't broken, just finished. The last line slid through my mind like a blade.